Dear hopefuls, so I have seen, I think, most of your last videos. I didn't see KATIE-REBEKAH's yet, but I have seen that it's come out. And Sam, you got me thinking about the book, because it is 2 days away from October as of when I'm filming this, which is ridiculous. As if anyway. Let's not do that, shall we? And I thought I was being so clever, you guys. I'm gonna tell you about my attempts to get this book. I am part of 2 libraries, one in Australia and one in the UK. And both of them are part of like bigger brains, whatever you want to call them. So they're like part of a chain. I think, Sam, you mentioned you have something similar in Maine. And so I thought, it's gonna be a breeze getting this book. I have been struggling. My top choice, of course, would be to get it as an audiobook, because I do find audiobooks much more digestible and just I'm much more likely to be able to read it. And also, spoiler alert, this month I'm going to Australia, and by this month I mean next month. And so it would just be the easiest way to transfer it over, obviously, and have it with me. Plus, I'd get a good bit of reading done on the plane. Then option 2 is obviously an ebook for the same reasons, just in terms of having it everywhere I go, but I don't find it as satisfying to read an ebook. I've also for the last month popped into different charity shops and seen if any of them are selling the book, but they're not, and I don't really want to buy a new copy. What did I just say? Anyway. So the first thing I did was I went onto my Australian library app, because I tend to use that one more, and I found both the audiobook version and the ebook version, but both are not available until December. And unfortunately, we're not doing Bookcember. And this was like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. So I reserved it anyway, just in case it becomes available earlier, because sometimes that happens by some miracle. And then I looked on my UK library app, and there, I think they had the ebook, but not the audiobook, or vice versa. I think it was the ebook, and it was a long, long wait. I think that might have been till November. And it was only a couple of days ago that I discovered my library uses a different app for its audiobooks than its ebooks. So I found that it did have the audiobook as well, but that one was reserved until the first week of November, which means that if I had spotted it earlier, or if I'd known about it earlier, I probably would have had it in time for at least some point in October. But alas. So then I thought, let me look if the local library has got it, and the local library doesn't, but the Hive does. I think within the Hive there's probably about 4 or 5 different copies, of which some are on loan, but not all of them. And it looked as though you could ask for it to be sent from another library to your local one if it was part of the Hive. And so I thought, brilliant, I'll do that. And so I was gonna pop in to the library on Friday, and I did. And I popped in just after 1 o'clock, and I got there and it asked for a card. And I was like, I don't have a library card. Turns out, I never got the full membership of the library because I've always only been using the digital products. But to be able to actually use the library, you need to go into the library and have your membership upgraded to a full membership. You don't need to pay for it, but it just needs to be done in person. And the library was only staffed until 12:30. So, and this first week of October is a bunch of Jewish holidays, which means we can't use technology. It starts Wednesday night, it covers Thursday, it covers Friday, then Friday night is Shabbat, so again we can't, and it covers Saturday because that's Shabbat as well. 4 days that I could be reading a physical book. 4 days that I will not be able to because your girl didn't realise she didn't have a full membership. And during the week, the library is only staffed until 5, and I only finish work at 5, so I'm never going to be back at the library on time. And even if I was, they wouldn't get the book in soon enough. So yeah, it's not going great. And we're definitely reaching the pits of like despair with this book. And I might need to wait until I get to Australia to get the book, which would really not be ideal. I am going to text my parents at some point. I don't want to busy them because they are very busy with preparing for all the upcoming holidays. But I want to, at some point, ask them to maybe check out the book if they're going to the library anyway, if they can check out the book on my behalf so that it's ready the day I land. Which might mean that the first 2 to 3 weeks of videos from me will not be so excited. Excited? Exciting. I could ask my aunt if she has a copy. She might. I don't think so. Oh, it's just so frustrating. And then I had the genius idea. I was like, oh yeah, Spotify now has audiobooks, and I think you're allowed up to 12 hours per month for free. So I was like, at least I can get through. I think the whole book is about 12 hours. So I looked it up, and apparently not every audiobook is included in your regular Spotify membership with those 12 hours. And of course, this book is not. So it's going well for me, if you're all wondering. And then Sam sent us a picture the other day being like, I got the book finally, and I'm here like, yay. So that's my show and tell, or mainly my tell and no show for this week. Happy end of September, you guys, and wish me luck on the book hunting. Bye!